Hi there, my name's Donghua. What tilts you? What triggers you? What triggers a League player? Different things trigger different people. Conservatives are triggered when you talk about socialist programs. Liberals are triggered when you talk about gun violence. Feminists get triggered when people say words. But what triggers a League player most? What causes a League player to go on tilt the easiest? The thing that tilts a League player is the same thing that tilts every player in every other type of game. And that is random luck beating skill. For example, poker. Poker, you could be playing very well, you could be counting the cards very well, you could know your percentage down to the decimal. But sometimes your opponent gets a little bit of luck, and even though they have no business of winning, they still win.
Trickett folds the big, and Rijkaard's calling.
That's bad.
And Olivier Busquet is at risk. Rijkaard almost flops him dead.
More than almost. He's got less than 1%.
8-8, you win.
Ace-ace.
8-8.
8-8. Or ace-ace.
Oh boy.
Busquet now has 2 outs. Busquet needs another ace to survive. And it is another ace! Unbelievable! Less than 1% on the flop. And runner to make a better full house.
You're taking photos of this?
I've never seen that.
Yeah, obviously. They put the kings.
There is a similar experience in League of Legends. You shit on your lane, you absolutely destroy this guy, you make him go 0-5, but someone else on your team goes 0-7. And that tilts you, because this shitter in your lane has no business whatsoever winning this game. And yet you, who worked so hard, who played so well, loses this game. That is the #1 cause of tilt in League of Legends. And why? Why does it feel like almost every single game you play, there seems to be a feeder in this game? There always seems to be some kind of feeder. How do you deal with something like this? What you first have to understand is the basic chance in League of Legends. Here's how RNG affects solo queue. In League of Legends, there are 3 lanes. In these 3 lanes, you have mid, bot, and top. Let's assume for a second that you are the mid laner. Now, as the mid laner, you have direct control mostly over mid lane in the early game. That means that you have a 50% chance of having a winning top lane and a 50% chance at having a winning bot lane. So basic statistics demand that you have a 25% chance of having bot and top win, 50% chance of having 1 winner and 1 loser, and 25% chance of having 2 losers. This means that you are going to lose at least 25% of all of your games played. No one, and I mean no one, unless they were smurfing or elo dodging, has a win rate above 75%. Most challenger players hover at around 60%. And this theory works in reverse as well. The worst players generally do not have a win rate lower than 25%. Because in those 25%, their teammates will carry them no matter what. I know it's super frustrating to win your lane, to play well, and to feel like you deserve this win. But sometimes RNG will still fuck you over if you get placed in that statistical bad 25%. RNG doesn't give a fuck about what we deserve. Now, on the bright side, the statistics actually work in your favor, because you have a 75% chance of getting a good or neutral outcome. But this also means that you have a 75% chance of getting at least 1 feeding lane in your team. That's why it feels like you have a feeder every single game, because 75% of the time, you are going to have at least 1 losing lane. Now, how do you actually get off tilt? And what does being on tilt even mean? Being on tilt basically means that you're just playing on autopilot. What do I mean by autopilot? I'll give you a for instance. For instance, has this ever happened to you? You wake up, you eat breakfast, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you take a shit, you do all that, and then you go to school or you go to work. And when you get to school or you get to work, you don't fucking remember the car ride over, do you? That's autopilot. You're not thinking about doing something that you do every single day. You're just doing it, and you're not even conscious while doing it. You sometimes think to yourself, did I teleport to school today? Because I don't fucking remember the vehicle ride over. That's autopilot. A lot of people play on autopilot, and that's why they fail. They're not thinking about the things they learned on streams or read in guides or just learned from past experiences. They don't focus on the minimap and they don't remember what they're supposed to do in their matchup. They don't think about their item builds. They're just on autopilot. They're not thinking anymore. They're just doing. The first thing you do when you're on autopilot is to stop playing. Once you're done with that game, just log off and don't touch League for the rest of the day. Don't fall into that trap of wanting to play even when on tilt. Think of League as a casino, a big ass casino. And think of your League points as your money. How much money are you gonna lose before you stop? Are you just gonna lose 20 or 40 points? You know, just the pocket change that you have on you? Are you gonna lose several divisions? Are you gonna lose your car? Are you gonna lose your mortgage? Are you gonna lose your kids in divorce? Do you wanna do that? No, you don't. So stop playing. Don't even play a different game. Don't even play a different game. Go do something relaxing. Go take a shower, go take a shit, go take a nap, go take a fap. How do you know if you're on tilt? Ask yourself one simple question. Am I on tilt? If your immediate answer is not no, you're tilted. Getting tilted is just a state of mind, and you only need a little bit to be really tilted. Because here's what happens. Even if you're just a little tilted, you'll probably play a little shittier than usual. And if you play a little shittier than usual, you'll get upset at yourself. And then you'll play even shittier than usual. And then your teammates will shit on you for your shitty play, and you'll play even shittier. It is just a spiraling hole of shit. Here's something that you should never do while you're taking your break. Don't go and tell your friends about the shitty game that you just played. This does not help you relieve tilt. And let me tell you something your friends are too nice to tell you. No one gives a fuck about your shitty game except for you. No one gives a fuck. Really, no one gives a fuck. I would rather listen to my friend tell me about his shitty abusive parents than listen to his shitty abusive game. Because at least then he would receive genuine sympathy. And some people might say, well, they're just trying to get it out. They're just, expressing and trying to get that anger out of them. How does getting angry make you less angry? That doesn't make any sense. If talking about the things that make you angry make you a more calmer person, then by that logic, every single feminist should be a Zen master. The way you get over a bad game is the same way you get over an ex-girlfriend. You stop thinking about her, you shut yourself down emotionally, you go to the gym, you go get buff and sexy, and then you go fuck her mom. That is how you deal with tilt.